as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love. Yet in misfortune, I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves turned my own children against me, and waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the healing forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill another, despite their best efforts. In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren ground, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods, because of worship, their real ambition ought to clear. Yet an outcome, the people deluded themselves into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since my banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my name. Judges turned my own children against me. I waged a terrible war of needless slaughter. The judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me. And when I created the Rogar as a means to put an end to the madness, they too were no match for the healing forces. In the end, even I fell. Although the judges found themselves unable to kill a god, despite their best efforts. In a world less blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me, which has served as my prison ever since. Meanwhile, mankind set about ruling themselves, free from the divine oppression of which they accused me. And yet, how little time passed before the judges themselves were raised to the status of demigods. Figures of worship, their real ambition all too clear. Yet an outcome, the people themselves into believing a triumph. How much blood has been spilled in their names since your banishment? Far more than was ever spilled in my names. And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own destiny, see what they have made of it. War, greed, hatred, suffering, chaos. They were capable of guiding themselves, but have been proven sorely mistakes. Mankind needs me now more than ever. Other beings who claim godhood, where are they? What glorious and the abhorrent umbral creature? They are cowards, hiding in false light and obfuscating shadow. Being unworthy of their presence, their communion. And yet, here I stand before you with true words and open arms. For I loved all of my children. Wayward. Listen to me. You must stop this before you allow yourself to condemn all of mankind for eternity. I am not your enemy, only my own enemy's fear. The loss of the dominion they have established for themselves in my absence. Cease your misguided violence. Now!
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great